Hello, my name is Robert Stănculescu. I'm from Romania, and I want to talk to you in this podcast about the Bucha Massacre. I'm sorry for my English. I am not a native English speaker, so sometimes it's happened to not express myself in a very proper way in English. I have a Romanian YouTube channel in Romanian language, and I put there some movies about the Bucha Massacre for the beginning. And this movie I decided to make in English because it's some information that I want to share with the community. So I try to make some movies in English about the international problems because I have another vision about what the Western press and what the government said to us, and also the Ukrainian and also the Russian. So, for the beginning, the massacre of Bucha, it raised me a lot of question mark because what it's happened there and what the press said to us is that the Russian commit that massacre without any proof. A lot of political leaders try to explain us that Putin is guilty about the war crime because of what happened on the Bucha, but they do not have any proof. In this case, a lot of leaders, Biden, for example, Macron, Ursula von der Leyen from the EU, try to induce ourselves the idea that the Putin is guilty and the Russian is guilty about the Bucha massacres without any proofs. And they do that because they do that before the court said that. Any court, any international court or local court or any kind of court. And from my point of view, this is a major mistake because if you do that as a leader, as a chief of government, as a president of any state, if you do that before the court, you try to influence the act of justice, which is not very okay from my point of view. But instead of that, or thinking in another way, it is another question mark that it is raised regarding the Bucha massacres. For example, why they do not make the autopsy of the bodies? Because from my point of view, this is the supreme proof that the Russian commits the massacre from Bucha. Why they do not do this? It takes more than 1 week when they said that the massacre is done, and they found the body on the street, but nobody makes any autopsy of that body to see when they die, what is the cause of that, if they are tortured or not, if they are Ukrainian or not. It is a lot of questions that the autopsy can answer, but the Ukrainian government doesn't do that. Why is that? Because they have a lot of time from that moment when they found the bodies till now. Also, I am looking on the video on the YouTube, and also I read some articles on the internet, and the guy called Scott Ritter, which is a former officer of intelligence in the US Navy, and also it was a high official of UN, United Nations, and he was in a lot of operational theater and in a lot of war zone. He had some ideas about what happened in Bucha, and he said that not the Russian killed the Bucha people. Ukrainian killed the Bucha people because the Russian has no motivation to do that, except the facts that the press, that the Western press, try to transmit us that the Russian is crazy and nuts and they have a mental illness or something like that. All of Russians. It's no other motivation to do that. Ukrainian instead have a lot of motivation to do that, and I do not say that for myself. I said what Rita Scott said, and you find a lot of articles on the internet. You must to search on Google for that. He said that all the people have a white bandana on the left hand, and the people who doesn't have the white bandana, they have the legs. They have the legs crossing with that white bandana. And for his experience, the white bandana, wearing that white bandana on the left hand, said to the military forces that they are inoffensive. They don't want to make problems. They cooperate with the military forces and something like that. And because of that, he said that the Russians have no motivation to do such an atrocity. But the Ukrainian have a lot of motivation to do such an atrocity because they try to prove to anybody, to any civilian, any Ukrainian civilian, if you cooperate with the Russians, you will be killed. And they go there after the Russian retreat from the Bucha and kill the Ukrainian and kill all the civilians that cooperated with the Russians. And then take it on the street and put it there and film everything because everybody saw this image. Another things that raise me a question mark is why in this world, in this time, we do not have any other pictures and any other film about the Bucha massacres. We have only the movies and the pictures that the Ukrainian government show us. In these days, everybody has a smartphone, and everybody can take pictures and movies from a long distance using a smartphone or a camera, a performant camera. And every smartphone that people have right now has a very performant camera, and you can take pictures and you can take videos from more than 500 meters. So we don't see any, so I cannot see any movies or any pictures taken by the peoples who proves that the Russian soldiers kill innocent civilian in Bucha. And if they do that, I think these kind of pictures can appear. I don't believe that anybody, any civilian, any people which is in the area cannot film a Russian soldier kill a Bucha civilian. So that is the question mark. And because of this, I have a lot of doubts of what Ukrainian and Western press tell us. And also it's another thing that I want to tell you, because when I put on the Romanian movie on the channel, some guys said, okay, but you know that Scott Ritter, the guy who referred to, is not a very clean guy. He make prisons. He was charged by the U.S. authorities for sexual acts against the minors, and also other things. Yes, maybe it is true, but I see a lot of people in the past which is accused by the U.S. government and the U.S. authorities from the sexual abuse or for other crimes. These peoples, most of them, are not very comfortable with the system. The system is not very comfortable with them. And I try to remember you about Julian Assange, which was convicted for the same reason, sexual reason, in the past. Also, I try to tell you about Edward Snowden, which is the same. he was not convicted for the sexual, he was convicted for the treason or something like this. So doesn't tell me anything that the Scott Ritter was accused and make prison for this kind of thing, because we know that US government in the past do things like this for the people which is not very good for the system, for the people which show us information, sensible information regarding the system and the government. So that means anything for me. If it means anything for you, that's okay. It's not a problem to have a different opinion. So thank you for watching these movies. I wait your opinion in the comments section, and please subscribe and hit the bell that YouTube announce you when I put more video here. I try to make a weekly video in the English language for the English audience. Thank you. Bye bye.